What is up? So, yeah, here's a fun one for you. Woohoo! We're out on the golf course. We'll see how this goes. Might not film every hole. It's just solo dolo today. Got the bag, got everything worked out. I did not film my tee shot because I just didn't really have a great way to do it. I'm not gonna lie. The way that I'm doing this right now is I have this thing, but it's missing its clip, which kind of sucks. But my goal is that I'm just gonna pull up behind each ball, directly behind it, and film my shot when I'm gonna film a shot. So that's what we're gonna try to do right here. But we're on a hill, so it means it's gonna be slanted. And I don't know what I'm gonna look like on camera, but hopefully I don't look too fat. Anyway, this was my drive, first tee shot, first swing. Yeah, let's see how this goes. I'm not confident in this distance at all. This might be 120 actually. I'm not using an app of any kind. So we got the 52 degree. What is this, TaylorMade? Yeah, this is a TaylorMade 52. Pin is, it says it's middle of the green, but it's up on a ridge. So we're gonna try to land this short of that ridge, but not short of the green, because then it's gonna be a forever uphill putt. So 120 out, let's just see. We got a bit of a tailwind though, but we got a really awkward lie. There's a good chance I tend to pull off of a lie like this, because I mentally overcompensate, so I just need to swing normal. Let the hill do its thing, right? I don't know. Let's see. And I did pull it a little bit, but our yardage would have been perfect. We're left side of the green. I mean, that's not bad. I know 125 out, but that's almost pin high. That would have been a perfect approach. But let's see what we could do. Got a little pitching wedge. We're gonna just do a bump and run. This far off the green, I don't like to putt it, especially because I'm seeing a lot of bumps and things in between my ball and the hole. So this should actually be pretty straight and going downhill to uphill. And I trapped it left. That's unfortunate. Not a very good clean hit, but we have a chance at par on our first hole. So, oh man, don't tell me that was like out of focus the whole time. It might have been. Let's see what we can do here. All right, this is for par. No pressure though, right? No pressure. This is a little slider to the right. Not quite a slider because it's kind of uphill, but then downhill. I don't know. It's weird. If you go too far right, it starts going downhill. So we're just gonna go maybe left edge and be a little firm. Maybe half a cup out and be a little less firm. Boom. All right. We'll take it. A par on hole one. All right, guys, we got ourselves a par 3 here. I don't know what to hit. It's kind of tucked back right, so we're gonna go with a trusty old 7-iron. Hopefully this guy doesn't just blast one. Yeah, there's a hole behind me. But here we go. You guys can't be directly behind me because the way this tee box is situated, so just trust that I'm not throwing it 190 yards. All right, so deal with it. All right, here we go. We're gonna try to hit, I think it's too early in the season for me, considering 1.5 times out. It's probably too early in the season for me to try to hit a cut shot, but we might try here. All right. And I just hit the perfect cut shot. Oh, but we took too much off of it. God dang it. We're short right, no green. So that does happen to me from time to time, I'm not gonna lie. Hitting a cut shot does take a few yardages off of for me. Also, I'm trying really hard to not overswing because that's my tendency. So yeah, that's on me there. Still not a bad shot. The line was perfect. The cut was perfect. It just was the wrong distance, so it is what it is. All right, this is gonna be 56 degree for me. Oh, this is a bad lie. Oh, man. All right. Stay down on it. It's a crummy lie. It's on a pile of dirt. Ah. Run, run, go, go. That's what I was afraid of. Crappy lie. It was a pile of dirt. So I hit the dirt and just like picked it kind of clean, but not the kind of pick where you send it. The kind of pick where the ball almost rolls off the back of the club. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Let's see. Wow, this is a weird one. Looks like it's gonna break left off of this first little, what is that, 4 feet? And then it's gonna kind of do a weird hump, leak to the right, drop thing. I don't know. I'm just gonna feel it. I'm just gonna feel it. Just gonna feel it and put it in the hole. How's that sound, guys? Just gonna feel it. This maybe feels like I'm gonna miss a touch left, but I'm gonna trust it. Yeah, touch left and the speed was on. Oh, bummer. When I said feel it, I meant that I'm gonna stand over it and see how I feel. And I felt like I was gonna be a touch left. Well, I ended up a touch left. And my speed was very wrong. I should have given it a little more. All right, guys, so we ran into a wall here. There's a foursome in front of me, 2 walkers, 2 carts. The solo that was in front of us got to play through. I'm guessing if I play this hole well, they'll let me play through on the next one. I know at least one of the guys in front of me, so I'm hoping that he'll be nice and let me play through. But it really shouldn't affect it. This is a chance for me to show my adaptability, because I'll be honest, one of my weaknesses in my golf game is if I start out fast, I could play well. Whatever pace I start out slow, start out fast, doesn't matter. But as soon as you change my pace of play partway through a round, I suck. I fall apart. It messes me up. Here we are. Once again, I can't get behind the tee box with the cart. So you guys are just gonna have to see where my tee shot ends up and trust that I'm not just dropping in the middle of the fairway. Trust me, I'm not. All right, guys, I just piped that one. I didn't hit it with all my might, but I hit a straight little fade right down the right side of the fairway. This fairway choke points up ahead, so I have a feeling I'm gonna be in the rough, but I definitely got all of it. I should be around 100 yards out. Yeah, seems like we got to cross. I just swallowed a bunch of pollen. I just like inhaled and just felt a bunch of nasty pollen. So, wait a second. This just in. Holy crap, this just in. We're 50 yards out. The 100-yard stake is back there. Wow, that went a lot better than I thought it was going to. So let's get around behind the ball because I'm not used to doing this yet. All right, here we go, guys. So 50 yards out. That's a 56 if I ever heard of it. 56 is my main short game weapon. I'm not good with a 60. My 54 is for a very specific shot. So 50 yards. It's very fluffed up right now, so I might get right underneath it. I'm hoping I don't. The green is completely uphill from here. Sorry, the green slope is uphill, so I can get aggressive a little bit. Oh, way too deep, way too deep, way too deep. But you know what? We'll take it. We're on in reg, right? Here we go, here we go. Let's go, let's see. This is gonna be sliding pretty hard to the left. And it's gonna be quicker than I think. These greens have not been super fast, but I have a feeling this one's gonna be a little quicker and it's gonna draw right in there. Nice birdie after a bogey. Gotta think about that. Gotta think about it. My putter is a little too heeled. I want it more upright. All right, here we go. There was not near as much break as I thought. Oh. Bummer. You know, I really can't be upset with that. That was not the easiest of putts, but with how close I got and how well I felt like I read it, it's just disappointing not to get a little bit of a better result. But overall, pretty thrilled with pretty thrilled getting a par. Yeah, feels good. All right, guys. So since we have time, let's just break this down really quick. The way that my home course here in Sparta, it's called River Run, how this course plays on the front nine, how I view it, okay, is hole 1 is a pretty long par 4. So for me to get a par today is a big deal. I don't often start out with a par on that hole. It's usually bogey or really bad, a double, maybe triple. But usually I want to say bogey is relatively what I aim for on that hole. Just realize, guys, I am not a scratch golfer. I'm not really that great. So but then hole number 2 is actually a pretty difficult par 3 when they have the normal tee box. Today, they took out the water completely with where the tee shot was. Yeah, you guys can kind of see it probably from your angle back there. But then the next 2 holes are essentially scoreable par 4s, depending on what tee you're playing from. I play from the whites currently. In high school and varsity, we played from the blues, and hole number 3 is the only hole where the blues make a difference on this entire course. Besides maybe hole 9, slight difference. But anyway, these par 4s are very scoreable. They're super short. Actually, this one, hole number 4 that we're about to be on, with a tailwind, I can drive this green pretty easily. I don't have to overswing to drive this one. On a day like today where we have a slight cross breeze, if I hit that cut shot I hit on the last hole, it could maybe catch the wind and get a good roll and get pretty close to the green. But a good tee shot here should be 50 yards out. The next hole, you have to contend with some water, but for the most part with my driver, it's 50 yards out. You just have to be a little more accurate because it runs alongside of water. So technically holes 3, 4, 5, I would argue, no, right about there. 3, 4, 5 are very scoreable holes, okay? So I always hold myself to the standard that at worst, I should really be getting par. Best, I should be getting birdie. Bogeys are very disappointing. Doubles, triples, and so on are completely inexcusable. The next hole is a challenging par 4 as it requires a bit of an accurate tee shot, but if you can hit the ball far enough, you're usually out of trouble for the most part. You just heard it. That bridge behind me is on that hole, and it sounds like my friend who just teed off smoked that bridge. Perfect timing. Look at that. And then basically the last 3 holes are, I would say the par 5 on hole 7 is a challenge to score. Birdie would be really good. Eagle would be just ridiculous. It's hard to reach in 2 depending on the wind. He hit the bridge again. There it goes. Then holes 8 and 9, very scoreable. The easiest par 3 on the course is number 8. Well, yeah, I would say the easiest par 3 on the course is hole 8, even though I struggle with par 3s in general. And then hole 9 is the shortest par 5 on the course, and more often than not, I have anywhere from a pitching wedge to a 7-iron into the green. So making it a very easy hole to get a birdie on. Eagle is gettable, but you got to be pretty precise. Sorry, I got bugs on my camera arm. But yeah, that's how the front 9 breaks down. And so where we're at right now, 1 over through 3, is not bad considering the next 2 holes are very birdieable. So hopefully you guys didn't mind this breakdown. These guys are just on the green, so I'm going to wrap it up and let's see what we can do. All right, guys. So on this tee shot, I made a very mediocre mistake. Sometimes you need to walk away from your setup and be okay with walking away, because This tee shot, as I was approaching the ball and I stood over the ball, all of a sudden, last second before I swung, I just had this feeling that I was gonna push it into the fairway that I just came from. So that would be a push slice power fade, because the wind was also left to right. Well, guess what? I should have backed away from the ball, but I didn't. And I teed off anyway, and I got lucky. You guys are gonna look at this drive and think, wow, that's incredible. But reality is that I got really lucky because I did a pull fade, low liner pull fade. And we are 35 yards off the green. So it is what it is. It got kind of lucky, but my brain overcompensated thinking I was going to hit it right. And so it tried to pull the ball over left. My brain just does that on its own. It's the problem. All right, here we go. 35 yards out, 54 degree, because I can get really aggressive here. Yeah. 54 degree because I can get aggressive, and this club just spins the ball so well because I keep it really clean. I save it for my spin shots. So this is a spin shot. Not bad. Not bad at all. A little short, but that's okay. Rather be short on this green than long. So see, guys, this is why I use the 54, because I have a complete uphill slope here going towards this pin. You can get really aggressive, and I should have gotten a little more aggressive than what I was, but hindsight Harry over here, whatever. So we're gonna take it and we're gonna run with it. Uphill, a slight leak to the left. It looks like not much, especially because it's uphill. And if I hit it firm enough, we should walk out of here with birdie. Walk out of here with birdie. Terrible practice strokes. Wow, my putter is all over the place. Just relax a little. I don't often spend much time lining up my putts because I just feel how far the break is gonna be by playing a little too much break. So now I'm gonna adjust, overcompensated there. Now nice firm putt. Dang it. More break than I anticipated. That's a bummer. The most annoying part about that is I literally just told you guys sometimes you need to step away and reset. And on that putt, I felt like I was gonna leave it left, and I did not like the line I had. I liked the original line that I had, but I readjusted because I felt like it was too much. But then I definitely overcompensated and tried to compensate again. That's just too much. That's too much farting around. I should have stepped away and just lined up the way I wanted to and then putted, and I didn't. Mental errors on this hole, but we sneak away with a par. Just a heads up. If and when these guys let me play through, because they have not yet, I plan on not filming for the sake of time. When people let me play through, I usually hustle as fast as I can to get through, and then I might even skip the next couple shots in the next hole just to give myself a little bit of a buffer. Now, it is a foursome, and it seems like they're not playing extremely well, so maybe just playing normal pace once I get past them will be fine, but we'll kind of see what's going on. We're doing pretty good on time thus far. This is hole 5, and we're holding it down. All right, well, that tee shot felt like good swing, but I don't know what the deal is. I'm hitting the ball so low, but I hit a low little fade. Well, guys, we completely messed up our second shot. It was a punch. It got eaten up in the grass. So now we have an insanely long bump and run chip uphill. And that checked up so much. What in the world? What a bummer, guys. Well, guys, that's how far we got to go. That's not good. That's for par. To the right. Leaking to the right. Those guys are waiting for me too, so I gotta let that not bother me. Feeling good about this line. Come on, come on, come on. Another bogey. That one's a little less acceptable. All right, guys, so these guys are gonna let me play through, so this next hole might be a wash on whether or not I film. You guys would not believe the par that I just saved. Absolutely ridiculous, if you ask me. You would not believe it. All right, so guys, oh boy, park ranger coming, or golf ranger, whatever, course ranger. Anyway, I just duffed my tee shot in front of those guys. I didn't duff it. I just hit a very low top spin liner. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I did, and I put it, we were 205 all out of the green. I hit a 7-iron, deep right. I flop shotted, terrible flop shot, hit it past the pin. It rolled up the green and onto the fringe, and I knocked down like a 10-footer that was 3 feet off the fringe in for par. Insane. Here we go with our tee shot on hole number 7. I don't know exactly how far right it went. I don't know. Oh, I think I found it. I think I found it. Please, guys, we're getting blessed today. Thank the Father. Thank the Flaver. Yeah, thank the Lord, actually. That's what we should be doing. Look at where this ball is. Look at it. We're right here. This is what it came through. What? Well, since we're getting blessed today, we're going to take a 3-wood. All right? We're taking a 3-wood, and we're going to go as close to the green as we can get. Move that big log. Thank you. We're just going to go... I think we're just going to try to aim right for that tree, just straight. If I pull it left, we're going to hit these trees, and we'll be in trouble. If I go right, there's out of bounds. So, is what it is. Let's just do it, right? Just hit the shot. Hit the shot, okay? Just tell yourself that. Hit the shot. Well, we almost hit the shot. My line, the ball flight faded a little, but it didn't go OB. It's in a good spot. It should be. But I didn't quite get all of it. I kind of chunked it, okay? But thankfully, again, we got blessed that it carried the trees that I needed to. Okay, guys, this is absurd. This is absurd. Look at where this ball ended up. Just right there. We are 103 yards out, maybe, if that. I would say that probably is a full 56 for me. I don't know if I want to do this, though. I don't know if I want to do a full 56 because there's a chance that I fly it. Like, because it's kind of sitting up in grass and I don't want to get underneath it. I guess I didn't mean fly it. My terminology might be wrong. So let's think about this. Whatever I do, I have to be fully committed. Do I do a half 54? Or not a half, but like a 3/4 54? Or a full 56? I feel like half, 3/4 54 would be good. Now just stay committed. Stay committed. Yeah. Okay, this feels good. This feels good. Go in the hole. Go in the hole one time. That is way short of the hole, but it's on the green. Let's go, baby. All right, guys. So we're well short of the hole, but we're on in 3. Whoa. But to be honest, I can't remember the last time I was on in 3 on this hole. This is a long par 5. So we're looking at quite a long putt. Slightly uphill to start and then flattens out a little. But it leaks left almost the whole time. Come on, be the one. Oh. I usually aim to get par, but we got par. Although, to be fair, based on that tee shot, it was definitely not a regulation par. All right, guys, that's where we ended up. This is a bad lie. This is a really bad lie. It's like No grass. It's down in here. Let's make sure we don't move the ball, right? This is on like dead ground. And we got to go under the tree. So this is actually a shot that I have in my repertoire. I have not practiced it. I think this is a shot anybody can imagine, right? Visualization is half the battle. I feel like with golf, you have to be able to visualize the shot, and you subconsciously, your body will kind of do what you're thinking, if that makes sense, if you're trained enough. Now, I'm not trained enough, but I'm saying my body, my mind can trick me into thinking that I can do it, okay? So with that being said, I'm gonna try to hit a low runner. A lot of the gas is gonna come out when it's going up that hill, and then it's gonna run onto the green, just dribble onto the green. So we don't want this in the air. There's a chance that it is, but hopefully it hits the hill then. Too much. Way too much, way too much. But that's the shot. That is technically the shot. I just put way too much on it. Well, guys, terrible. The tee shot ended up obviously in a terrible spot. When you're playing a par 3, if you miss, you want to be at least a chip away. You don't want to be in a hole hitting under a branch. You know what I mean? And then I just completely didn't execute that shot the way that I thought and imagined. Like I said, it's easy to visualize, but if you're practicing all the time, right, and practicing punch shots, practicing short game, when you visualize something, you can usually do pretty close to what you're doing, but you have to practice a lot for that. Like I said, this is my 3rd time out this year. Technically 1.5 times before this I went out, and so I have not gone to the range. I've hit the putting green twice, once before each round. That was it, okay? Full round. So yeah, we're not in a place where my standard is so high that I'm really upset about the way I'm playing, considering that. But that last hole feels a little bit upsetting. I did a bump and run with a 9-iron, which I have not done in I can't tell you how many years. I usually just am, even if there's a lot of green to work with, I'm usually using a club that I'm more practiced with and feel for, even if it's not necessarily the appropriate shot. So my 56 degree is my short iron, or my wedge that I use for a short game all the time, most of the time, every time. It's what I'm practiced with the most. I could swing that club blindfolded and probably get you a pretty good shot. But I experimented a little bit with what was the right shot, not what was the comfortable shot. So it left me a bit of a putt, and that putt, I just pushed it. I felt it. My putting is a little bit off right now. I started putting cross-handed 2 years ago, and I really liked it, but lately it's been feeling a little bit foreign, and maybe that's because I have not practiced putting. I've only practiced chipping this year, so I might need to work on that a little bit. But here we are, hole 9. We've only been playing for 50 minutes. We probably could have completed this in under an hour, but we've just run into some people that have slowed us down, but that's not a big deal. We're going to get a tee shot here. This is a short par 5 that curves a little bit to the right, so it's going to play to my fade/cut that I've been hitting today. So I'm excited about it. I should be in good position here. The goal is to be up by the 150 marker and then just have a nice pitching wedge in, get an eagle, and make up for some of these stupid strokes that I've gotten on this front 9. Perfect tee shot. Only problem is whether or not it got roll, considering it's a little bit damp out here. If it didn't get roll, then we're not going to get the yardage we wanted. But overall, still perfect spot, perfect position. Should have a pretty good approach to the green to reach it into. All right, guys. So this is where, ooh, don't lose you again. This is where we're going to have an issue. All right. 1, we are nowhere near where I wanted to be as far as distance, but I think that's partially what my ball flight is doing today. It's this low riser. I must be hitting it low in the face. So not sure what I'm going to do with that heading into the back 9, but it hasn't gotten me into too much trouble yet. So I might not fix it and just keep playing it currently, even if it's not getting me the distance I want. Also, there's another ball further up, but that's not mine. This is definitely my ball. Yeah, this is a speckled vice, so this is definitely me. But we're 200 yards out. So here's the problem with this, is when I was 200 plus yards out hitting uphill, I hit a 7-iron on hole 6, and it put me deep right of the green. Now, maybe it caught a hill, maybe it took a weird bounce and it kind of bounced forward, but we're under 200 yards. And this pin is looking like it's middle. I can't tell if that red flag is low on the little red flag is low on the pin or middle of the pin. I can't tell, guys. This is a problem. Because if I hit a 7-iron here and it goes deep, we're in trouble. 1, because there's a clubhouse back there. 2, because it's a little hard to recover. But I think an easy 7-iron might be the play, because it's what I'm most confident in. I don't believe that I can muscle an 8-iron there. Well, that's not true. I believe I can reach this with an 8-iron, but do I want to? Is that comfortable? You'd rather club up and swing less than club down and swing more, if that makes sense, when you're me. So we're gonna take a 7 and we're just gonna hit a nice shot up onto the green and have a chance at eagle. And we totally mishit it and pull it left into the bunker. Oh, we're not in the bunker. Wow. We went over the first one and we went left of the second one. Wow, that was trash. Let the record show that the 7-iron was the wrong club. I should have hit an 8, because this was a complete mishit, not solid at all, and I'm still a little bit deep. So yeah, anyway, here we are. We have to flop shot this up and land it soft. So this should be fun. Now, here's a little info about me. Here's a little info about me, guys. I hate 60 degrees. I hate them. I have one. I don't ever use it unless it's an extreme circumstance. You would think that maybe behind this tree and over this bunker and over this hill and land it soft on a downhill slope to the pin would be an extreme case. It's not. I hate a 60 degree. I'm going to open up my 56 and land it. It's going to be a little bit deep, but we're on in 3 and we're putting. If anything, we're on the fringe. I got a little more of that than I wanted. Use a 60, it wouldn't have happened. Yeah, it would have gone straight up and down in the rough. See, guys, you know what? Not bad, not terrible. See, it landed on that downslope. Obviously landed right a little bit deeper than we want, but it is what it is. Well, guys, that concludes the front 9. I ended with a 5. I'm not so mad that I missed that birdie putt. I'm mad the way that I missed that birdie putt. That birdie putt should have been, I should have given it a chance, and I didn't even give it a chance. That's what's upsetting. I knew that it was going to break left hard, and I just couldn't get myself to play any more break than I was. And that's sad. That's not okay. You can't do that. If you feel something strong enough, your actions need to line up with it. You know, good principle of life. But let's see. 4, 8, 12, 16, 21, 25, 30, 35, 40. Definitely some strokes left out there. I think you guys could agree with me, even though it's the 3rd time playing. But shooting a 40 is not bad. I don't think I can be too upset with that. If I had been playing every week, then I would be a little bit upset. It's been 2 weeks since I last played. So is what it is, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. That was the front 9. I'm going to just enjoy the back 9 and not film anything. But if you guys like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It's a little random on this channel. I know I leave a lot of other videos, but I figure, you know what? Let's start getting into just life stuff a little bit and have some fun. And we'll do some update stuff on this channel later on what's going on in life and all these different things. But right now, this foursome cut in front of me on the back 9, so we'll see how this goes. Yeehaw! Well, ladies and gentlemen, I did play 9 and film that for you, but I figured since I played 18, I should at least give the report. I know it wasn't on video, so it might not be true according to some of you, but I did shoot a 41 on the back. But it felt like a very bad 41. Bogey, double bogey, bogey, par, 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 bogey, bogey, par. So actually, that's a 42. My math is bad. 1 over, 2 over. Sorry, 1 over, 3 over, 4 over, 5 over, 6 over. So yeah, 42. 42 on the back. Very bad 42, if I'm being honest with you. Many opportunities wasted. One hole, that was a travesty. That really messed me up. But is what it is. It's how golf goes. But we did it. We finished 3rd time out. 2nd time playing 18. 1st time playing in 2 weeks. Not bad. We'll take it. God bless.